Hey folks, Crazy Clown80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 4 in our 20 from 1992 series. This is a great rail shooter by Konami, and this has digitized graphics in it. This is called Lethal Enforcers. This is one of the most popular, if not the most popular, rail shooters of the 90s. And this had a number of home ports, including for the Sega CD, the Super NES, and the Genesis. But it is a first-person perspective rail shooter, and you have a light gun controller, and you can play two players simultaneously, so you have dual guns going at the same time. And you are a cop that is trying to take down, I believe, a number of gangs. There's gangs in Chinatown, there's bank robbers, there's hijackers, there's drug dealers, and there's workers at a chemical plant. And at the bottom left, you will notice that you have the barrel of your gun, and in order to reload, you need to point the gun off the screen and press the fire button, or the trigger, and that will refill your bullets. And that was a common thing that a lot of arcade games did, for the rail shooters with guns. There are bullets at the bottom right for player 2's gun, and you can pick up a number of upgrades. You start out with your typical police revolver, and you can get a semi-automatic pistol, a Magnum, a shotgun, a rifle, a machine gun, and a grenade gun. And sometimes you will need to shoot enemies, or sometimes you can shoot certain things on the screen to uncover these. And then you shoot the weapon itself, and then you'll be able to use it. They have limited bullets, and you will see the bullets change shape depending on which type of upgrade you got. You can put in bunch of credits and then press the 1-up start button for each one, and you will get extra health that way, or you will have health reserves. You see 5 stars in the upper left, that is your health, and each time you get shot you will lose one of those stars. I am not really good at rail shooters. Do not shoot the innocent bystanders, even though they will get right in the way of the crossfire. Friggin' idiots. I mean, you can shoot them and you won't lose health or anything, but you can get your rank upgraded by not having let any civilians get shot. And your ranks are patrolman, then detective, then sergeant, then lieutenant, then captain, then commander. I believe that's all of them. And once you complete a stage, then you will have the opportunity to go up a rank, and you will get points for all the enemies killed. You'll also see the percentage of shots that it took to kill the enemies, or how many enemies that you were able to kill. This first stage takes place in a bank. I love the little dialogue "Eat lead, copper." You can shoot some signs. You can shoot that alarm on the wall. There will sometimes be a cop that wanders onto the scene. They are useless. They don't do anything to help you. You gotta shoot all the enemies on your own. But yeah, you'll see it say reload. So quickly point the gun off screen and press the fire button, or the trigger. And sometimes there will be doors opening up, and an enemy will come out of there. There will be female bad guys that you'll need to shoot. Kind of a rare thing in the arcades at the time. Oops, yep. Ran out of I decided not to continue at this point, but we will see at least snippets of the remainder of the game. And here you put in your initials. And yeah, it'll be tough to make it through one round, or one stage. And you'll see your initials on the high score list and the rank that you had. But there will be a boss at the end of each stage, and I didn't come close to the boss. Excuse me. Note that in the top left corner, now I have a number next to 1 star. That indicates my health reserves, and being shot will take off one of those numbers. Just put in as many credits as you can, and keep hitting the 1-up start button, and have a whole bunch of reserve hits that you can take. And here, yeah, we're not going to do a full playthrough, no way. But here, where you see these cars while you're on the road, shoot the tires, or at least this has been what I think is my experience. Shoot the tires, and when you have to shoot the enemies in the car, it seems like there's less of them if you've shot the tires first. And it almost seems like a clown car, because enemies, there's a bajillion enemies inside each car. Oops, that's what it looks like to shoot a innocent bystander. I used to save state before that, so that I can complete this round without having any casualties, civilian casualties. But yeah, enemies keep popping out of this car, and there was an upgrade. Like I said, upgrades are the semi-automatic pistol, the Magnum, the shotgun, the rifle, the machine gun, and the grenade gun. And the rifle and the machine gun, I believe you can hold down the trigger and have a constant spray of bullets, rapid fire. Here is the first boss in this big old van here, and he will fire bazooka shots at you. I believe that's what that is. You can shoot the bazooka shots out of the air. There will be other times when you can shoot projectiles out of the air, like knives thrown at you or something like that. And my aim isn't nearly good enough. The rest of the game, I played with a ton of extra hits. Well, I eventually put in a bajillion credits, and that was the end of that boss. And will I be able to go up a rank? Yep, Sergeant. Like I said, it starts at Patrolman, and then you can go Detective, and then Sergeant, and then Lieutenant, and then Captain, and then Commander. And yeah, no victims. And after the first stage, and I think after the third stage, you get to do a shooting range, just a bonus round. And I was really bad at this. I don't know if you get anything special for getting perfect before the timer runs out, or if there's not a set amount of targets. Jeez, yeah, that was not very good. I don't care. At certain point values, you can get some health back. A icon of health restored. And now we're going to stage 2, Chinatown assault. Don't shoot, they're crazy. You can shoot that chicken. I don't know. I honestly don't know what that does for you. Probably just bonus points. But yeah, you can shoot signs. Another innocent victim shot. Yeah, like I said, we're just going to see snippets. There'll be like sometimes a stage that'll pan over to the left or the right, or maybe up or something. And then it might pan back the other way, and then it'll go to a different scenario. And each stage will have multiple scenarios. The first stage had like a bank, and then the alley, and then the street chase, and then Chinatown Assault has the street, subway, and then a train, and then the tracks. And here's the subway part. Yeah, that cop does nothing for you. Magnum bullets, I think they can shoot through walls or doors, and you can take out an enemy that way instead of having to shoot with pinpoint accuracy. Those guys that have the knives, they pop out super quick, and you have to take care of them right away, or they'll slash you and cause you to lose a little bit of your health. This scenario of the subway has a friggin' bum or wino laying on a bench while there's all that shooting going on around him. Of course, if you hit him, then that's one of the innocent victims, casualties. He just lays there and scratches himself while you're shooting around him. This game does crack me up. I kind of have an aversion usually to shooters or real shooters, but this one's funny. This was not the first to use digitized graphics. The first rail shooter, no. What was it before that? There was Terminator 2 Judgment Day, but this has much better use of digitized graphics than that game. Yeah, there are female gangsters. Can't kill me, copper. Some enemies that you miss, they might pop into view and then retreat quickly. If you miss them, they'll very, very likely return very quickly, so maybe be ready to shoot them again. I think in the Japanese original they say pig instead of copper. Yeah, this might have appeared on the Sega CD as a package of Lethal Enforcers and Lethal Enforcers 2. And Lethal Enforcers 2 takes place in the Old West, and it's called what? I don't remember its title. It was Lethal Enforcers 2, not gunfight, but something. And then there was actually a Lethal Enforcers 2. Oh, it was Gunfighters. Then there was actually a Lethal Enforcers 3, released later on, probably for like PlayStation 2 or something. Yeah, you can shoot those axes that he throws at you, or whatever that is. And that is the end of Stage 2. Yeah, like I said, when you get to certain point totals, then the life reserves might go up by another. And this is the hijack. You go to the airport and you'll start out at the tarmac, and then you go to the where they load the luggage, and then there'll be a scene where you're alongside the plane, and there'll be sometimes guys that throw grenades, and then you'll be alongside the plane as it takes off, and then you go to another shooting range. Yeah, you can shoot those grenades out of the air, and those guys can be really pesky. They might not go away until you kill them, and they'll just keep lobbing grenades. Stupid civilians getting right in the way. And here's the automatic, semi-automatic pistol. Yeah, some of them have more bullets than others. You'll see the change in the shape of the bullets at the bottom left. It won't be the barrel that you're used to seeing with your standard revolver. I like this scenario. You can shoot off the luggage, and sometimes there'll be guns on the on the luggage conveyor. And you can shoot, of course, the guns for a weapon upgrade. It doesn't hurt, even if you've got some bullets left, to reload if you've got a breather. That way you don't have to worry about it for a while. A lot of players just memorize where the enemies pop out on the stages. It's always going to be the same place, I believe.
Don't shoot!
Yeah, I had to use a mouse for the light gun, and it didn't always work out too well. There's a rare moment where an enemy will take a lot of hits to bring down. There's the grenade guy. Yeah, I love the dialogue from the enemies that pop out. And there's the nice grenade gun. Yeah, some of them have nice big blast radiuses like this, or the shotgun, and you don't have to hit an enemy dead on in order to take them down. Yeah, some of the enemies will have body armor of some sort. Very few, but you might need to hit him in the head instead of the body.
Don't shoot!
Something to, I guess, remember is that all the enemies seem to have shades on or a mask on of some sort, and none of the civilians do. Maybe that'll help you, I don't know for sure. And yeah, now we have the plane taken off, and we go alongside the plane and take out the enemies that pop out of the doors or the pop up in the windows. Very small target. hard to hit sometimes. And there's the rifle, and yeah, the rifle and the machine gun, you can just hold down the trigger and just spray away until you're out of bullets. Anytime that you run out of bullets with your upgrade, you will go back to the standard police firearm. And here's the next boss. One thing to remember: you will lose your upgrade if you are shot, and you will go back to your standard police firearm. And this boss has like a bazooka or some sort of rocket launcher or something, and you'll have to shoot the rockets out of the air. And when you have the opportunity, shoot him in the head. And when he's out of life, he'll fall off the plane.
Situation under control. Unit 5 out.
I definitely remember seeing Lethal Enforcers in the arcades. Yeah, I added some more credits. Yeah, this is a shameless quarter muncher, unless you're super good at rail shooters, which I am definitely not. Yeah, another stupid shooting range. I hate this. I am so bad at this. Just I suck. Yeah, you have a very limited amount of time, so don't be embarrassed if you don't do very good on these.
Put your hands up, police!
And now we go to the drug dealer. This has a cool part where you can where is it?
Freeze.
I think you can have an opportunity to get a whole bunch of weapons.
Reload.
I think there's certain things that you can shoot, and then you'll see your weapon upgrades appear. Yeah, you missed me, pig. Yeah, you'll sometimes get a hostage
Freeze.
and a gang member holding on to them. And sometimes there will be guys riding those crates. I definitely remember seeing this for the Sega CD at the electronics stores. I had a Sega CD, but I didn't buy Lethal Enforcers. It's a pretty good home port. You can't. I don't think you can blast the crate off of that hook. And there's a handy-dandy shotgun out of the trunk. Yeah, nice big blast radius. Sometimes you can reload when you have the upgrade, but sometimes it seems like you run out of bullets even before the shells are out. Oh, maybe that's just because I got hit. Yeah, like I said, Lethal Enforcers 2 Gunfighters takes place in the Old West, so it's very different. There's a machine gun, so just spray away. Yeah, I have a Sega CD series, a 20 from series from that. If you're interested in learning more about the Sega CD and its best games. I didn't quite put this on the list, but I saw a little bit of it, and I was like, that's a pretty good port. Sega CD's worth checking out, worth trying to. There's the Magnum again, worth collecting stuff for. It's kind of a failure in its time, but early example of CD game systems. They weren't the first, but they might be the first better known system. Can't kill me, copper. Yeah, this game. It's. I think it's a lot better than. Don't worry, this truck won't run into you. I like this game better than Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I thought this was more interesting. I like the improved, digitized graphics over the other game. This guy takes multiple hits to the head, I think. Yeah. Very few enemies, fortunately, that don't go down after one hit. Yeah, you can shoot windows and see them break. There are some objects that you can interact with, and here we have another car chase scene. Unfortunately, there's like only 2 windows where enemies can pop up from, but sometimes there will be a car in the background and enemies can pop up out of there too. But yeah, it seems to me like if you shoot the tires, then there will be less enemies popping out of that car. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope you're able to keep cool in the summer. We're gonna get a little bit cooler weather coming up where I live, but it's probably not gonna last terribly long. It's better than, what was it, a few years ago when we had record heat temperatures in my neighborhood. One day it was a record 116 degrees. That really sucked. I had a birthday right around that time, and fortunately the place I went for a birthday party they had great AC. I should buy another AC unit. I got one for my renter in my house, but I don't have one anywhere else. Hopefully they're not super expensive right now. And you will also have a chopper. And it might be this stage where the chopper is actually the boss. Yes, it is. There's a guy shooting a bazooka at you of some sort. And your goal is actually not to take down him. It is to shoot the chopper. See, it says shoot the helicopter. And it's sometimes hard to know where exactly to shoot it, because you can shoot it on some parts and it won't damage. But when you're shooting it and you see it flash, then you're hitting the right spot. And you keep shooting it and you'll see smoke start to pour out of it. You can point the revolver or the light gun off of the top or the bottom of the screen, and then fire to replenish your bullets. And I'm up to Commander, the top rank there is. Yeah, this really is unless, like I said, unless you're super proficient at rail shooters, then this is a shameless quarter muncher. Put in a whole bunch of credits and press the start button for each one to get a whole lot more life units. And we're on the chemical plant. Now this is where you can get a lot of weapons on the conveyor belt, and you just shoot each one to get that upgrade. There's another one. And again, oh, there's the nice grenade gun. There will be like a bunch of pipes in the chemical plant, and you can shoot holes in them. It doesn't lead to anything really. Like I said, there are some things that you can interact with your shooting, like you can shoot a sign and it can fall down, and that falling sign can hit an innocent civilian walking around and cause their death and add to your casualties. Yeah, hitting an innocent bystander to make a casualty will either not allow you to increase your rank at the end of a stage, or it will demote you one rank. And it might demote you more depending on how many civilians you killed. Civilians can't die by themselves, I don't believe. You have to shoot them. Yeah, we're seeing me blow some holes in these pipes, but that doesn't lead to anything. Yeah, I'm not a super big fan of rail shooters, really. I kind of enjoyed Operation Wolf. It's one of the earlier, one of the earlier examples of actual moving rail shooters. Yeah, there was another name, I think, for Lethal Enforcers 3. And this is related to a series called either Police 9/11 or 24/7. It's related to those series. I've never heard of those series until recently. And here at this part in the chemical plant, you get night vision, and the place is burning. There will be some sort of droids that appear on the scene, and you'll want to take out their guns, or the tops of them, because they will fire at you. Security robots like that with guns on them makes me think of a really stupid 80s movie called Chopping Mall, in which there were like security robots in a mall that went berserk and killed people. Very cheesy, kind of cult film. And now we face the final boss of Lethal Enforcers. I used to have a hard time saying enforcers. I would want to call it enforcerers for some reason. But you do not shoot at the boss's window there. You shoot the guns off of the chopper instead. See, I'm shooting at one of them now until it's destroyed. And there are like 6 of them. You'll see 4 hanging down from the wings. And then there will be like a couple on the ends. Well, they're not wings, but whatever. So there are 6 rocket launchers or whatever on each limb, and you have to take them all out. Hope you people are able to stay nice and cool in the warmer weather. I gotta work 4th of July, which kind of sucks. At least I got Juneteenth off. I'm taking the last week of this month off. And now the window opened up, and we gotta shoot the guy. He will pelt you with some hits, but shoot him enough, and down he goes. And that is Lethal Enforcers. Yeah, everybody that grew up in the 90s remembers Lethal Enforcers, or those that went to arcades. Yeah, if you see any numbers under your credit tally, keep pressing player 1 start or players 2 start to add some life units. And we're going to see the credits for Lethal Enforcers. Stupid innocents that get right in the crossfire. Don't shoot, he's crazy. I love the snippets of dialogue that they sprinkle into this game. We will also see like a little bit of what it looks like to get demoted, and that happens if you let a civilian or if you shot a civilian. You'll either get demoted or you won't be promoted, one of the two. You might be demoted numerous ranks if you shot several innocents. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that they can't get hurt on their own. You have to directly kill them. And yeah, the being demoted doesn't really... I don't think that really has much bearing. I don't think you get docked points. Well, that is Lethal Enforcers by Konami in 1992, and that's game number 4 in our 1992 series. I'm very much looking forward to moving on to 1993, doing some more time capsules. And you just start the game over. Let's see, we go back to the bank robbery. You carry your score over with each continue, I believe. But yeah, that's two-player simultaneous play I'm doing right there. And here we're going to look at me having allowed a civilian death.
Detective.
Yep, I got bumped down. Well, that was Lethal Enforcers, game number 4 in R20 from 1992 series, created by Konami. Well, this is Crazy Clown Radio, so thanks for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 3. Take it easy, everybody, and stay cool. Bye-bye.
This used to be my